Clearing up the myths and untruths of network marketing, also known as MLM, 1 through 5. Now, a while back, I saw an article that was posted on MSN.com entitled 25 MLM Strategies That Cross the Legal Line. Yeah, when I saw this, I thought, wow, having been involved in the industry for almost 50 years, I thought, I'd like to check this out and see what's going to be said. And, because it's false information on the internet that's causing a lot of problems and preventing others an opportunity to be successful. In this presentation, I will list the first 5 topics, and then in the following 4 videos, the balance of the topics through 25. So when someone brings up one of these points, you'll have the ammunition to deal with it, to answer their questions, or you can send them a copy of the video. Now, the original article is no longer available. This video will cover 5 of these myths, and there will be 5 videos in the covering the balance of 25 myths and untruths. So let's take a look. Uses high pressure sales tactics. Wow. I have to laugh about this one because this is one of the reasons I love doing work and network marketing because it didn't use high pressure tactics. Now, I started in the insurance industry, which was used more high pressure tactics. I went into the car industry that really used high pressure sales tactics, and also in investment sales in the early days. This is a huge mistake that so many people make because they don't understand the network marketing business and how it actually works, what one should be doing, and what is one actually needs to learn. When you high pressure someone into getting involved, then they end up feeling bad or taken advantage of. They will usually quit, and that's not what you're trying to do with MLM. The ideal is to create a long-term productive relationship where it's a win-win, not a win-lose. The prize is long-term, not short-term instant gratification. So if you run into being pressured, either being approached or a suggestion for your activity, then you're with the wrong group and the wrong company. The idea is to have people understand what you offer and then join you because they understand how to use what you offer to get what they need or what they want. So high pressure sales is really not what a good network marketing company suggests or does. Number 2A, emphasis on recruiting over product sales. Again, from experience and personal observation for almost 50 years, there are 2 things that a network marketing distributor does. The first is building a customer base, and the second is to find other distributors that do the same, find a customer base and other distributors. Now, with that being said, these 2 activities create 3 types of customers, and they all consume the products. Let's look at this. The first is the retail customer. This is someone who simply buys the product, and if they like what they have or what you have, they continue to buy it either because the product is a consumable and they like it, or because the product's needed and wanted by the consumer. The second is the distributor customer. Now, they purchase products for 2 reasons: personal consumption and for business purposes. Now, depending on the company you represent, some products can be used to demonstrate or to loan to other people. So distributors tend to consume and purchase more products. The retail customers on the third and final group, the wholesale customers. This last group is the wholesale customers, and they like and want the product, but want it at a cheaper cost, which is typically only available as a distributor, or they become the wholesale customer because they change their mind about being a distributor, but still like the product, and they remain a distributor, but only to get the products at distributor prices, which is usually cost or wholesale. In many cases, people sign up to become distributors solely to be able to get the products at wholesale versus retail prices. This then creates a misconception about the activities being focused on and the results achieved. So, doing the recruiting activity sometimes means finding customers and consumers who want the best prices, and they are customers as well. Recruiting others simply is a focus to expand the reach of the group to get more consumers. So the bigger one gets in terms of participants, distributors, and customers, the greater the income that can be made. This is the American way, flourish and prosper. Number 3A, exaggerated income claims. Now, this is not acceptable in any business, and the simple answer is income is directly related to activities and results. The more you create, the greater the potential for gains in income. There's no question that some have made huge incomes, but this also happens in other industries as well. When you look at the top CEO's income compared to the employees, the difference is staggering. In multi-level marketing, the key to income is what any individual produces, either in customer sales or in the sales from their organization. Now, this can be learned and verified by understanding the company compensation plans and creating examples of what could be earned once one achieved certain levels, or what they typically are called ranks. Do the work, earn the income. Now, by personal observation, the lack of income is also directly related to the lack of learning and not doing enough of the right activities. And it could also be related to aptitude and available time. And if it sounds too good to be true, and if there is no proof of information to support it, then I'd suggest that you move on. On the other hand, most companies provide a document that publicizes the results from the low to the high so that one can get a realistic understanding of the potential. Now, one last very important point is this in this regard. Not everyone should do this business, and there are many who try but don't do what is necessary or don't have the aptitude, a very important attribute for the business opportunity. Another very important fact is that there are always the bad apples. In any businesses, they think they, like, by lying or cheating, that they can get ahead. In this industry, that has never worked for any length of time, but because of the style of business, it can happen and not be noticed for a while. Simply apply what you read above. 4A, target the vulnerable individual. Now, if you want to make network marketing a success, then you want to involve the right people. And as stated in the previous segment, this is not for everyone. There is a right way and a wrong way to build a successful business. And like any profession, is education that comes first. Unfortunately, this is not necessarily the way some companies operate. Don't forget that the company is usually directed by an individual. So it is then the integrity of that individual that is represented by the methods and strategies used. From observation, you benefit from those that produce, not from those that don't. So to target vulnerable people, one would need to understand who is vulnerable. If we look up that word, it means capable of being physically or emotionally wounded, open to attack or damage. Now, from experience, taking advantage of anyone usually never worked. The key here is the individual production and performance. And again, this is not for everyone. It's like professional sports. Not all are suited to play. Now, these definitions should apply to anyone, like any other profession. You always need to find the right person. There's a better way to describe this, and this is, are they truly qualified for the job or the position? To answer this question, you would like to have some basis or criteria of who is truly qualified or do or be involved with network marketing. You should also look at the word desperate or the term in a pickle, and the choices of what can be done. Sometimes these are limited or don't exist. Like AI is wiping out careers, like how Amazon closed small businesses. The key to success for anyone is having self-determined individuals who are willing and can do the necessary work. That is the work that gets the results, nothing else. And the work of MLM is rather simple. If you look at helping others solve problems, issues, or achieve desires, then that is truly what should be offered. Emotional manipulation. If we define emotional manipulation, it's behavior that intends to emotionally exploit, control, or influence someone for an advantage. It involves purposely using emotional tactics to influence or control another person's thoughts, emotions, or behavior for one's own benefit. Now, this type of manipulation can occur in various relationships, but this doesn't work in our business of network marketing. This is the area that is not necessary in this business. Again, it boils down to education and an understanding of how the business works and what are the correct activities and what do you need to learn. I have found that what you want is self-determined individuals. If you have to browbeat someone to join you, then for almost all those kind of cases, it's not going to work very well. This is a business just like any other business, and the way you make it is by creating sales volume of the products you represent, and that is the same as any other company in the world that produces or represents a product or a service that they want to sell to someone. So this is not a topic worth discussing any further. This was a tactic of the past, especially in telemarketing and one-time sales games.